Chelsea nil, Liverpool nil. Would you look at that? A 0-0 between two teams who are massively underachieving at this point in the season. Both Liverpool and Chelsea last year were in the League Cup final, FA Cup final, in the top four, competing for the Champions League. And now it looked like the only way the game was going to be decided was with an error, because both teams didn't have any quality going forward. It was really, really sad to see, actually. And obviously Chelsea came into the game after the back of Graham Potter being sacked on Sunday, and then having a quick turnaround and having Bruno Salter, one of his assistants, take over. And it's interesting to see their lineup. I mean, he stuck with the back three, which is to be expected, because I think you get the best out of Chelsea, and their wing backs, especially Reece James and Ben Chilwell, when they play with the back three. And interestingly, it was Kai Havertz and João Felix up front as a two, which I was a bit surprised about, because I did think maybe one of them was going to play on the right and Mikel and Madrid would come up and play on the left, and Bruno Salter would really try and, force the issue and try and get Mikel and Madrid getting forward, getting him some more confidence in his legs. But so I go for a front two, which I thought was quite interesting. It seemed to work, matching up with Liverpool's three midfield. Liverpool, on the back of more criticism after losing 4-1 to Manchester City away from home, and was an embarrassing second half performance. Although the team was interesting, it definitely needed changes. I was a bit surprised with the changes. Obviously Van Dijk was ruled out. Jurgen came in for Trent Alexander-Arnold, which was much, much needed. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious now for Liverpool's fans watching, we need a right back who's going to at least defend a bit more than Trent does. I mean, he's great going forward, and he's great in the team when the team's doing really well, but you need a right back who's going to defend and take pride in defending, and we definitely saw that today. So that's definitely one good thing to come out of it. Jurgen didn't look out of place at right back. Van Dijk was out injured, so obviously you had Joe Matip and Ibrahim Konate. Tsimikas came in, so three out of the back four were changed. You had Fabinho, Henderson, Jones. You had Javier Elliott, not in the massive squad at all. And you had the front three of Jota, Nunes and Firmino. And obviously Salah on the bench, he can't play every game, but he was a massive, massive surprise to not be starting. And missed him. Jota, oh, come on to Jota. And both sets of players. But I think the main thing coming into the game was, for Liverpool's perspective, was that it couldn't get much worse than Manchester City. So if you make the changes, it doesn't matter, because these set of players together on the pitch, this 11 hasn't let you down it, whereas other 11s have. And for Chelsea, it was just try and find a formation, try and find a team, and get some consistency in the legs. Having N'Golo Kante back was massive, and he demonstrated that straight away. He was so aggressive in the press. He was winning tackles, playing simple passes, but playing forward passes and finding players in good space. And I think João Felix had an early chance, Kai Havertz had an early chance, Kovacic had an early chance. As one, but Liverpool looked throttled, honestly. It was like Chelsea of old, and apart from the fact that they couldn't finish. But after 12 minutes, they had three great chances, and it actually was 0.98 after 12 minutes, and Liverpool was 0. They really, really started poorly, and Chelsea really started on the front foot. But that kind of waned after that, because the game, Liverpool kind of got their foot into it. I say got their foot into it, but both teams were really poor. And it was just a lack of quality, really, because the build-up play was great. I think to say that the forward line for both teams didn't have composure would be too harsh, but I thought they definitely did. I think João Felix especially, he's not the most clinical finisher, but he has composure up until that final third, and he's really, really good quality. I think Chelsea had a couple more chances, they dominated, really. I mean, James had that chance which was ruled out for offside. He had the shot from the corner, but Enzo Fernandez was offside from a flick on. And then Fabinho had two shots at the end of the first half, both from corners, both good chances, the second one especially. But it was such a back and throw first half where really you think to yourself, I don't even know what to think to myself, because Liverpool were poor, Chelsea were poor, both teams are so poor at the moment in time. And honestly, if you bet 0-0, then that was the obvious choice. Because honestly, they were dreadful. Honestly, and now Liverpool slipped down into 8th, I think Liverpool are, and Chelsea stay 11th. I think Aston Villa, after beating Leicester 2-1 today, overtake Liverpool. At the point now where Liverpool are 7 points behind Man United in 5th place. However, Man United have a game in hand, and Chelsea were already out of it. But I think Man United win the game in hand, they got 10 points clear of Liverpool with 10 games to go. I don't think Liverpool get top 4 now. Chelsea have no chance. And honestly, both teams are doing a really good job of trying to not get Europe at all next season. I mean, both sets of players, if they're not getting Champions League, they definitely don't want Europa League, and they definitely don't want Conference League, because that's obviously the way they're playing. Second half, I think it was more of the same, really. I think Madrid gets a yellow card early on, and then João Felix had the ball, and then he turns Matip because Matip can't get too tight to him and can't come into foul because they've just got a yellow card. And then João Felix plays a ball right in between Konate and Tsimikas. And it's like, where's the whole defence gone? Where's the whole midfield gone? Because 130 pass, which a player can easily make, and all of a sudden Havertz is running through and goal. And it wasn't for the fact that he got lucky, it came off his arm and he got ruled out for offside, but Liverpool got slacking. They got slacking so many times. They're going for the press, and Chelsea would just pick them off one by one and just be 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and it'd just be almost every time. And just like, what? Where's the Jurgen Klopp press of high intensity, let's all press of one? They were just pressing as individuals, and it was so easy to the point where just stop doing it, because you're just leaving yourself more and more exposed. And Chelsea, I think, the midfield were really good today. Chelsea midfield were really good. I think Conte, Enzo Fernandez, and I can't remember who the other one was. Mateo Kovacic. Those three were really, really good. And the fact that you had those three, Reece James and Ben Chilwell out wide, the three centre backs that did alright. I mean, I thought Kukurea did alright. He gets a lot of stick, but I think he had an okay game today. Koulibaly did really well. Fofana did really well. And I thought, they weren't too tested by Liverpool today, Chelsea defence. So I think that's why they can maybe be quite disappointed today, because maybe not very, but quite disappointed because of the fact that they should have scored, and Liverpool didn't really have any clear goal scoring opportunities which they should have scored from. And really, there's one where Liverpool kind of they overworked every situation. I mean, there's one point in the second half where Jurgen gets the ball on the edge of the box and he's to shoot, and he tried to cut inside on his right foot, and it's just, he just overplays it, and the Chelsea defender comes out and takes the ball from him. And it's interesting because going forward, obviously Chelsea, their season's over. They've got no manager at the moment in time. Bruno Salter, well, who knows what he's like as a manager. Really, this is his first game, but he is definitely till the end of the season until Chelsea can find a more permanent replacement. I don't know who you got. You got Pochettino, Nagelsmann. People are saying Ancelotti if he gets sacked from Real Madrid. People are saying Jose Mourinho. All good options, all with good pedigree, and I think that's what they need. You can't have someone come in again like Graham Potter, someone with a project, because although the thinking was good and the intentions were good from Todd Bowley and his group, in reality, Chelsea just eat up those managers, and it wasn't even the owner, it was the fans a little bit as well. It was the media and the expectations from everyone else, and really they were much to blame for Graham Potter getting sacked as Graham Potter was himself. And I think for Liverpool next, they're playing Arsenal on Sunday at home, which is a good thing, because if it was away you'd think definitely they're going to lose, but now only maybe. But it's going to be interesting because Liverpool, they can't play Trent Alexander-Arnold after the way Joe Gomez played. I think Joe Gomez has to play right back because I think Gabriel Martinelli will destroy Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that's the situation we are right now. Trent Alexander-Arnold is world class going forward, but defensively he is so poor. Fabinho and Henderson have to play again in the midfield because there's no one else. I mean, you could maybe play Milner, but I think against Arsenal midfield just get destroyed. He'd be too slow. Curtis Jones I thought did alright, but he won't get praise or anything because everyone hates him. It'd be interesting to see. But both these club seasons is over. I think it was a wasted 90 minutes of football watching them, honestly. If I'm being completely honest, yeah, because why on earth would you want to watch that game back? I feel sorry for people that have to cover it for more than the 10 or so odd minutes I'm going to be covering it, because poor. We can see why the two teams are where they are at the moment. Liverpool in 8th, Chelsea in 11th. I don't think there's anything left to say.